In this video, we will study direct and managed project work. Direct and managed project work is the process of executing process group where a project manager is responsible to produce deliverables according to the project management plan and project documents. You must remember that you will fall in executing process group when you will finalize your planning work, like first thing right after getting the project charter is to identify your stakeholders. When you will identify your stakeholders and you will prepare a stakeholder management engagement plan, based on those documents you will get the requirements from the stakeholders, and then obviously you will work on the project management plan. Based on the project management plan, you will start your work in gathering requirements from the stakeholders. Once you identify your stakeholders, you will link your requirements with the project objectives, and that is done in requirement traceability matrix, where we take our objectives given in a project charter and we linked our project objectives with the requirements. Obviously, if anything is not related to any objective, any requirement does not match with any of the objectives, it means that requirement is ambiguous. Then based on the requirement documentation and requirement traceability matrix, what we do, we try to summarize our project management work, requirements work into comprehensive document. And obviously we also talk about what is included and what is excluded from the project. That is done in project scope statement. We take a scope statement, we try to explain and draw it graphically. That is called work breakdown structure. So what is work breakdown structure? That is the graphical representation of your project from top to down. Like you are going to make a house, you have planning, design, build, inspection and close sections, and underneath you can see different work packages. So based on the work breakdown structure, we further decompose our work packages into more manageable components called activities, where we further decompose, where we can assign resources, where we can schedule time, and we estimate budget as well. So we prepare network diagram. This is an example of a network diagram. So this is when we take our work breakdown structure, we further decompose our work packages into more manageable components in defined activities process, where we produce defined activities, where we produce sequence activities. We also work on to compile milestone document. We take our activities and we try to sequence our activities, and once we sequence our activities, we draw this network diagram. So based on the network diagram in resource management section, we assign resources, human resource, material resource, cost resource to different activities in network diagram. So that is done in chapter number 9 of PMBOK. Then we prepare comprehensive project schedule, that is calendar based schedule. So we identify risk, we work on the quality documents, we plan quality in detail, we work on different quality metrics, control charts, fishbone diagrams and different things. And we also work on procurement document because it is necessary, not all the time, that you have everything in your company, so you may acquire or purchase something from outside of your company's domain. So that is done in procurement knowledge area. And obviously based on all documents, we finally estimate cost for each and every activity, and we determine budget as well. And based on those documents, we finally prepare communication management plan. Obviously next phase is that you are going to start your work in direct and managed project work. So these are all documents needed in planning process group. You must complete all these documents to fall in direct and managed project work. You cannot directly start your work in direct and managed project work, because in direct and managed project work you will be producing basically deliverables, and deliverables can only be produced when you have gathered requirement from the stakeholders. You have scope statement, you have work breakdown structure, you have work breakdown structure. So in short, you must have scope baseline, schedule baseline and cost baseline prior to start your work on direct and managed project work. So direct and managed project work is the process of executing process group where a project manager is responsible to produce deliverables. Always remember, we produce what? We produce deliverables in our projects in executing process groups. So direct and managed project work is the process of leading and performing the work defined in the project management plan and implementing approved changes to achieve the project objectives. So I will start my talk on direct and managed project work with an example. For instance, today you are going to make 10 doors for your first floor of the building, but what will be the size of the door? What design it should have? Which material you will use to make it? Where handle will be placed? Will it be opened from left side or right side or from the middle? What all 10 doors will be ready? Who must be informed? You will get answer to these questions from the project management plan, which contains a scope baseline, which contains cost baseline, which contains a schedule baseline obviously. And you need project documents, you need milestones, you need project communication, you need requirement traceability matrix, you need risk register and risk reports as well prior to start your work on project deliverables. And you also need approved change request. Always remember, direct and managed project work is iterative. You start your work to produce deliverables and you feel this mistake in planning, so you generate change request. So approved change requests are an output of the perform integrated change control process and include those requests reviewed and approved for implementation by the project manager or by the change control board when applicable. The approved change request may be a corrective action, preventive action, or a defect repair. Approved change requests are scheduled and implemented by project team and can impact any area of the project or project management plan. So we are talking about the inputs to direct and managed project work. I have explained in detail in the start of this video that you need project management plan, and project management plan contains scope baseline, it contains schedule baseline, it contains cost baseline. So what is baseline? Baseline are the approved documents basically. Like scope baseline contains 3 documents: scope statement, work breakdown structure, and work breakdown structure dictionary. And schedule baseline contains approved calendar based schedule. Like for example, in month of May, how many activities you are going to start and how many activities will be finished. So you will have a complete list of Gantt chart, and obviously each and every activity has estimates, and aggregate of those activities up to work packages is done in project budget. So you need scope baseline, you need schedule baseline, and you need cost baseline. And of course, along with the project management plan, you need other documents as well. For example, risk report, risk register, requirement traceability matrix, right? In requirement traceability matrix, we correlate our requirements with the project objectives given in a project charter. You need project schedule, you need communication management plan, you need milestone list, you need lesson learned register, and you need change log. So these 2 inputs are the common and very important inputs to work on direct and managed project work, because in direct and managed project work you are going to produce deliverables, right? So let's, for example, you are making a door, so obviously what will be the design of the door, what will it will be. So you need to make this door according to your requirements specified by the project stakeholders. You cannot design doors on your own. You will have to follow the planning documents, and planning documents are requirement documentation, traceability matrix, and scope baseline. What material you will use for this door? So obviously such information is available in these documents. and you need approved change request as well. Along with the enterprise environmental factors and organizational process assets are the common inputs to every process in project management. In direct and managed project work, we have three tools and techniques which are your skills as a project manager you will apply to produce that deliverable in direct and managed project work. First is expert judgment. Expertise should be considered from individuals or groups with specialized knowledge or training in the following topics like technical knowledge, cost, legal and procurement, legislation, organizational governance. Obviously, by end of day and a week, you will put your data into a software that how much work has been accomplished and which is pending. So the PMIS provides, Project Management Information System provides access to information technology software tools such as scheduling software tools, work authorization system, configuration management system, information collection and distribution systems, as well as interfaces to other online automated systems as well. Third tool and technique is meetings. Meetings are used to discuss and address pertinent topics of the project when directing and managing project work. Attendees may include the project manager, project team, appropriate stakeholders involved or affected by the topics addressed. Each attendee should have a defined role to ensure appropriate participation. The type of meetings include kick-off meetings, technical, sprint or iteration planning, scrum, daily stand-up or steering groups, problem solving, progress update, and different other meetings as well. So I have talked about, I've uploaded my another video on meetings, separate video on meetings, so you can watch my that video as well. And as far as outputs are concerned, always remember, in direct and managed project work, either you will produce deliverable. A deliverable is any unique or verifiable product, result, capability to perform a service that is required to be produced to complete a process, phase, a project. Deliverables are typically the outcomes of the project and can include components of the project management plan. Like I have given an example of a door. Door is your deliverable. So either you will produce deliverable or you will generate change request if there is something wrong in your project management plan. So a change request is a formal proposal to modify any document, deliverable or baseline. Third output, very important one, is work performance data. Work performance data are the raw observations and measurement identified during activities being performed to carry out the project work. So you will put your data into a software. Obviously, while making doors, you may face issues, so you must record your issues in issue log document. And when your deliverables are done, ready, so you will update project management plan, you will update your project documents, and obviously you will, if you find or you have learned new way to make that door, that must be you must update documents in organizational process assets as well. So in outputs, either you will produce deliverables, or if there's something wrong in making deliverables, you can generate change request and you can put your data into software to generate as different reports later on. And if you faced any issue, record your issues in issue log document and update project document like project management plan and project documents and organizational process assets as well. This is all about my today's lecture. Do not forget, click the subscribe button and hit the bell icon. Thank you.